Beings of light. Today we are going to explore a theme that many of us experience on our spiritual journeys. The strange mix of solitude and connection that arises when we begin to grow spiritually. While the spiritual journey is deeply transformative and rewarding, it can also bring forth a sense of isolation, even when we are seeking a greater connection with the universe. Have you ever felt this? A feeling of walking a profound path, yet at the same time, drifting away from the people who were once by your side? This is the paradox that many face as they seek to align with their inner truth. Spiritual growth begins with a powerful impulse within us, that burning desire to understand who we truly are, why we are here, and what our role is in this vast universe. It is a quest that promises something profound, something beyond the mundane. Do you feel this too? This calling to understand life in a broader and more meaningful way? This desire to connect with something greater than yourself? And as you embark on this journey, you may feel that you are distancing yourself from the limited perspectives and beliefs that once defined your life. However, as you move forward, you may begin to notice that although you are seeking something greater, the feeling of loneliness starts to grow. Friends and family may not understand what you are experiencing. The conversations that once felt comfortable may now seem superficial. The world around you starts to feel disconnected from your new state of being. As you leave behind old habits, beliefs, and perspectives, you may feel as though you are losing something important, as if a part of you is disappearing. This creates an emotional void, a gap where something familiar and safe once existed. But it is essential for you to understand that this discomfort and loneliness are not signs of failure. They are part of the transformation process. When we begin to let go of what no longer serves us, we create space for the new, for what truly resonates with our deepest being. The emptiness you feel is not a loss. It is preparation for something greater, something more authentic. This process of letting go is fundamental to your growth. And although it may be frightening, it is necessary for your spiritual evolution. Think of it as a transition phase. Imagine a sculptor who begins with a raw block of stone and, with patience, gradually sculpts and refines the masterpiece hidden within. This transformation process may seem chaotic, even painful at times, but it is precisely what prepares you to become the truest version of yourself. The loneliness you feel, the sensation of being lost or directionless, is part of this process. But remember, this phase is temporary, and soon, as you allow yourself to go through it, something beautiful will begin to emerge. Sometimes, when we feel alone on the spiritual path, fear and doubt can consume us. We may question our journey, our purpose, even our own sanity. But it is precisely at this moment that we are about to undergo the greatest transformation of our lives. What you are experiencing now is not an obstacle. It is a bridge to a new state of being, a new form of connection with yourself and the universe. This solitude is an opportunity to reconnect with your inner being and open yourself to something infinitely greater. If you are going through this right now, know that you are not alone. Many of us have gone through this process, and throughout this journey, you will find true connection, not with what is around you, but with what resides within you, with the universe, and with all the other souls who are on this same path of self-discovery and growth. You are in the process of awakening, and this solitude is only a temporary phase before you find a deeper connection, both with yourself and with others. As you progress on your spiritual journey, the process of solitude begins to transform. The emotional void you initially felt when distancing yourself from old beliefs and patterns starts to give way to something new and surprising. It is no longer the feeling of being lost or without direction, but rather a deep inner connection that begins to emerge. What once seemed like an absence now starts to be filled with a sense of belonging to something much greater than you ever imagined. This transformation happens as you begin to notice signs along the way, unexpected moments that make you question reality and the greater plan at work. Perhaps you have encountered coincidences that seem like more than mere chance, or maybe you have had a conversation with a stranger that, for some reason, deeply touched your soul. It could have been that special moment when, somehow, you felt completely understood, perhaps by someone you had just met. These moments of connection are clear signs that, even in your solitude, you are never truly alone. And it is at this point that you begin to tap into something greater, something many call universal consciousness. You start to feel that you are interconnected with everything around you, with all people, with nature, with the universe. There is a sense of belonging, of knowing that every part of the whole has a vital and significant role. This understanding may be subtle at first, almost imperceptible, but gradually it becomes clearer. You realize that, in some way, everything is connected, and the separation you once felt, that of being an isolated being in a disconnected world, is merely an illusion. When you start seeing the world this way, as an interconnected network of energies and consciousness, the feeling of loneliness diminishes. Instead, you begin to feel a deep compassion for everyone around you, regardless of their experiences or choices. You become more empathetic, more understanding, because you realize that everyone is navigating their own struggles, trying to find their way and meaning in life. You understand that each person, on their unique journey, is also searching for something greater, just like you. This understanding, that we are all on a collective path, creates something extraordinary within you. It is not just a sense of solidarity, but a transformative energy that begins to emerge. You start to realize that, by opening yourself up to this network of connections, you are not only growing spiritually, but also helping to heal the world around you. Every act of compassion, every gesture of kindness, is a contribution to a greater and deeper change that reverberates throughout humanity. It is like throwing a small pebble into a lake and watching the ripples spread, touching lives in ways you cannot even imagine. And this is where the true magic of the spiritual journey begins to unfold. When you start extending this understanding and love to others, you not only heal yourself, but also help create a more harmonious and compassionate world. Every moment of compassion you offer is like a thread of light intertwining with others, forming a tapestry of unity that transcends barriers of separation and isolation. What once seemed like a solitary journey now reveals itself as a collective experience of growth and transformation. As you continue on this path, your perspective expands even further. The feeling of disconnection that once dominated you dissolves, and what remains is a vision of the world that is unified and interdependent. This perception brings with it a deep sense of belonging, not only to the universe, but to everything that exists within it. You begin to realize that your spiritual journey is not something separate or isolated, but part of something much greater, a story that we are all writing together. Now, solitude is no longer a feeling of emptiness, but an open door to a new way of being. It transforms into an opportunity to connect with the world on a deeper level, where true connection happens, not through words or physical encounters, but through a common consciousness that unites all souls in their search for meaning. So, if you are experiencing this solitude, remember, it is not a punishment, but a passage. And when you emerge from this phase, you will find that you are more connected, more whole, and more aligned with your true essence than ever before. Now, I invite you to share your own experiences in the comments below. Have you felt solitude on your spiritual journey? What challenges and moments of connection have you experienced? Let's create a space of support and connection for all those seeking meaning and spiritual evolution. If you found this video helpful, consider becoming a member of our channel. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss more content that can transform your view of the world. See you next time, and remember, you are never truly alone.